Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again with another review. And today, I have the UHD12-IPC230-K HDMI extension kit from our good friends over at Orei. This product allows you to very easily share any HDMI media content that you have with two remote locations simultaneously, up to 70 meters away, over a single Cat6, Cat6A, or Cat7 cable. The product fully supports 4K ultra high definition media content. It provides audio extraction capabilities that will strip the audio from the media stream you're distributing and allow you to pass that along to a home stereo or a soundbar for better quality audio. It also includes a local loopback function that allows you to enjoy the content here at the primary site while you're simultaneously broadcasting it to your two remote sites. Finally, the kit also includes a set of infrared pickups for the remote locations that will collect the infrared remote control signals from that location and pass those back over the same LAN cable to the primary location to actually rebroadcast it to control the content you're watching. Now, as part of this overview, I always like to start with an unboxing just to give you a feel for what you get in the kit, and then I'll take a closer look at the transmitter module and both of the receiver modules and explain the connections you'll need to make to use them with your own equipment, and then I'll come back and just mention a few things that really separate this HDMI extension kit from others you may be considering. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you open up the box, you'll find the transmitter module, two receiver modules. They're identical. They each come with a 5-volt 2-amp power supply, and that's all the power you'll need to operate it. They also come with an infrared pickup, and that's what collects the infrared remote control signals from that remote location to pass them back to the primary site. With the transmitter, you'll find a 12-volt 2-amp power supply, and again, this will plug into any standard wall outlet. The other end has a barrel connection on it, which plugs into the back of the unit, and that's all the power you'll need to operate the product. You'll also find another module that's a transmitter module that plugs into the back of the unit, and that's where those infrared signals are rebroadcast to your media content. Also included are two sets of brackets, one for the remote receivers to mount them up off the ground and out of the way, and another set of brackets for the transmitter system to do the same thing. Finally, there's a connection block in here, it's green, that actually plugs in because this product can also share RS-232 control signals between the transmitter and remote receivers if you need to pass those kind of signals along. And then last but not least is a full instruction manual that explains specifications, connection diagrams, and other really important information about the solution that you'll need to understand in order to use it correctly. Now, if you stay tuned, next I'll take a closer look at the two modules, explain the connections you'll need to make, and then come back and point out a couple of really interesting things that Orei's done with this product that separates it from the competition. The kit includes a single transmitter unit that features a full metal enclosure, which makes it incredibly durable and also helps to eliminate outside interference from causing any issues internally with the electronics. On the front of the unit, you'll notice a power indicator on the left-hand side. The minute you add power to the unit, it starts an internal power on self-test where it checks the electronics, makes sure everything's working okay. When it passes that test, it'll light that LED, letting you know the unit's ready to use. On the top of the unit, as well as on the sides, you'll notice cooling fins that are designed to keep the electronics inside at a very comfortable temperature. You'll also notice mounting holes here that can be used with the included bracketing kits that allow you to mount this up off the ground and out of the way. On the rear of the units where you'll make all your connections, starting on the left-hand side, you'll find a reset button. That allows you to reset the unit if needed down the road. In case you've got some issues, you can hit that reset button. It'll reset the unit, go through a power on self-test, and then reboot. There are two infrared ports right here that'll be used with the infrared blasters. You'll want to use the infrared out right here at the transmitter side, and that'll actually rebroadcast all the remote control signals that are coming from your remote location. To the right of that are two Cat outputs. These are both LAN connections. This is for one of your remote locations. This is for the second remote locations. And again, it has to be a Cat6, 6A, or Cat7. This is the local loop out. You can use this with an HDMI cable to enjoy the content here at the primary site while you're broadcasting it through these two ports to the remote sites. The HDMI in port is used for connecting up your media device that you'd like to share the content from with these two remote locations. So again, an HDMI cable from there to whatever media device you're using. To the right of that are your EDID switches. You can use those to adjust both the frame rate, the audio quality, and other details around the media content you're sending if necessary, and that's fully explained in the manual. To the right of that is an RS-232 connection port, and that can be used for sending RS-232 signals between the transmitter and receiver locations. And then finally, you'll find a DC input port that's used with the 12-volt 2-amp power supply. The kit also includes two receiver modules that are exactly the same. They both feature the metal enclosures like the transmitter with the heat fins in the top and the side to keep things inside at a comfortable temperature. You'll notice mounting holes in the side that can be used with the included bracketing kits. On the one end, you'll find a reset button on the left, and that's used to reboot the device. To the right of that is an audio selection switch. You have a choice between optical audio SPDIF or using ARC through the HDMI. You can make that selection to decide which audio you'd like to use. To the right of that is the LAN port. That's the other end of the cable coming from the transmitter unit, plugs in right there. Power indicator here. Again, when you add power to the unit, it goes through a power on self-test. It'll check the resolution of the monitor and light that LED when it's ready to use. On the other end, you'll find a DC power port on the left-hand side that's used with the included power supply. You'll find an SPDIF connection, that's for audio. There's an HDMI port, and that's for the output. You'll connect an HDMI cable from here to the monitor that you'd like to use to actually enjoy the content. And to the right of that are two 3.5mm infrared ports. In this case, you'll use the infrared in because you'll be collecting the remote control signals from that remote location. So simply plug the module in here and you're good to go. And that's pretty much it for the two receiver modules. I hope that closer look was helpful. Now here are a few important things to keep in mind when you're comparing the Orei HDMI extension kit to others you may be considering. And the first has to do with resolution. This product fully supports 4K ultra high definition media streams being broadcast simultaneously to both of the remote locations. Some other systems on the market may only support lower resolutions up to 1080p, which will greatly impact the media stream quality that you're distributing to your remote locations. Another important feature is the local loopback functionality, which allows you to enjoy the content here while you're simultaneously broadcasting it to your two remote locations. And that's important because it allows you to enjoy the content in addition to broadcasting it, where other HDMI extenders may require you to disconnect your media player from the monitor locally in order to distribute it. So it's an either-or situation. With this one, it's both. And it's almost like they built a splitter inside of the HDMI extender where I can enjoy the content here as well as two remote locations at the same time. I also like the fact that the product provides audio extraction capabilities. That seems like a small feature, but the fact that I can strip the audio from the media stream that's being distributed and pass it along to a soundbar or home stereo system greatly improves the audio quality. Also, the included infrared blaster kit that will pick up the remote control signals from each of those locations and transfer those back to the primary site to control the content means you have absolute control over what you're watching in those remote sites. And then finally, I love the fact that this product also will extend that content up to 70 meters. A lot of the systems on the market are much shorter distances and typically lower resolutions. This one will support 4K up to 70 meters away over a single Cat6, Cat6A, or Cat7 cable. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit, so it's really easy to put it together. So I hope you found this overview helpful, and until next time, stay nerdy.